Hello and good morning, everyone. Okay, today I'm gonna do some cleaning up and feeding the chickens today. Let's get this butt right here. So, ground's not level enough here. Let's go over here. Alright, so we got our chickens and we got our quails. I'm gonna get some food for them because they're kind of hungry today. And they're making a little mess over there on the side here. But let's get them some food down. Okay, move over, guys. Alright, move over. Move over. Alright. So Oh, as you guys can try to get the rake out there, and I gotta clean it up a little. Get out here, Daisy. Get out of here, Daisy. Go. You gotta eat a little more so I can clean over there. They're kind of. Hey, thank you guys for the like. Hey, thank you guys for the likes. All right. Now let's check out what we got going on. They don't seem to be happy that I'm here. Oh, perfect. Perfect. We got our little quail house going on over here. We got our little quail house going on over here. Alright, so you got the quails over there. So we got their water, clean water. Put it inside because it doesn't get trash inside of it as much, it just gets food. They also got their food over there. Got a little camera in their little nesting area over there they have, right? But look at what they got there. They got new eggs. They seem to like to lay them now inside there. They used to lay them everywhere, but now I guess I trained them good, because now they lay them only in there. Easier to find, easier to get. So, go to this one, close this one up. See? 3 eggs today, so far. The quails lay eggs all day though. Okay. Lock it up. Alright. It's actually getting a little warm out here now. So, here's the quail house. And so what happens is they like to go inside the house at night, like chickens do now. Before they would just stay outside, but now I had to put a little light in there, so at night they go inside. And this actually is a really good coop. I bought it on Amazon. And now on Amazon it was like $120 or something like that. I think it was not that expensive. It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. The cool thing about it is it has wheels. It's got wheels in the back, and basically what you do is you get all the quails inside the coop, and then you close their door. Once their door's closed, then you can just go up here and you can lift up the whole thing and move it around. So they don't always have to be in the same position. It's actually very beneficial if you're going to move it around, because It's just pick it up and move it. Like for instance, let's say that you want to get them to have some grass. You know, you can literally roll it over there, put it on top, and then they're going to eat the grass and stuff like that. So it's actually really good. It's better than the bigger thing. The bigger thing has more room and keeps them kind of happy, but this right here is better to move them around, and they're small enough to do it, so it's okay. Like I said, I got solar panels on this whole thing. This one right here, again, this controls the door. They have an automatic door. It opens up. There it is. So basically what happens is as the sun goes down, when it's about, I think, 5% sun, it will close. And in the morning, it's the same thing. When there's 5% sun coming up, it'll open so they can come out and walk around and eat and everything. But it's really cool that it opens and closes. And the cooler thing is I didn't have to train the chickens. They literally just do it by themselves. So I don't have to worry about them going in there and doing anything. But the weird thing is about these chickens is especially this black one right here. This black chicken, rooster actually, he actually sits on the eggs, which is quite weird from what I understand. Is roosters are not supposed to be egg sitters. But he likes to go in there after they lay their eggs and make a whole bunch of noise, which is probably an indication that they laid an egg. And then he goes in there and sits. At random times you'll see him just sitting in here. I think there's one right here right now. Say hello. Okay. It's almost time to clean on there because it's kind of disgusting. Play the album Distant Sun by Alexander Urs while we hang out with you. First of all, I don't even know where to put that at. I don't know how to start that up. So, okay, let's see what's going on this side. Nothing yet, but we got some chickens coming through. I put this carpet here. Originally we had hay, then we had nothing, and then I had wood chips and then everything, but every single time the chickens would lay the eggs, they would drop them and it would crack the eggs and then they would eat it. How many eggs would they lay a day? That's a weird question, because sometimes we got about 14, 15 chickens. But for some reason, we've been having about 20 to 30 eggs a day. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It all depends on the food too. So the weird thing about it is like I was explaining, I think it was yesterday, the day before. I switched their food, and I get their food from this company right here. It's called Penny Newman. Now, Penny Newman, this particular food right here is only to make them lay eggs. It doesn't have any scratch in it. It doesn't have anything else in it. So it kind of forces them to start producing eggs. And we basically, when we got them, and forces them to start producing eggs. And we basically, when we got them and everything, but they stopped laying eggs at the beginning. And then I went to Facebook Marketplace, and I was looking for somebody that was selling the chicken food, but in bigger bags than what the store had. And I met this guy, and he basically bags than what the store had. And I met this guy, and he basically was telling me that there's 2 ways to produce eggs. Especially in the wintertime. One was change their food to lay only and take out the scratch. And the other one was to leave on the lights 24 hours a day. Well, if you leave the lights on 24 hours a day, if you do some research, it literally cuts their life in half. So I'm not interested in doing that. I'd rather have them sleep and enjoy their life. So we don't do that at all. But I did change the food, and immediately after I changed their food, they just start laying eggs every day and all day now. So I'm gonna go show you what the actual food looks like, because I obviously can't see it in the bag. But their food it's a crumble. It's a crumble, and it's very high in protein and stuff. I mean, you can see like some little corn pieces in there, some stuff like that. But they obviously make a mess with it. They make a mess more with this than they do with the pellets. And the pellets are more on the side of regular everyday food for them. But the lay, this stuff, is what we compensate. So I fill this up every 4 days. And then I give them a rest. I don't fill it up. I let it empty. But then we supplement them with the natural stuff that we have at the house, like carrots and vegetables and stuff like that. Some breads and stuff that they like to eat. And then we give them that for like a day, give them a break off of that. And when we do that, when we give them a break, the egg production goes down quick. So probably the first 2 days after I do the stop and I just give them the regular scraps, they don't lay as much eggs. I'll probably get 5 to 10 a day. And then when I put them back on the lay, it then makes them start producing a lot more eggs again. I also got rid of the idea of keeping a water basin in here for them to drink out of. The water started getting stale, and it's not healthy. That they're gonna drink the same stale water. So I created a drip system for them. Basically, what I did was I got an old hose and I cut the hose. I dug a very deep down into the ground, and I ran it all the way through underneath the coop, all the way to over there, where those tiles are right there, just kind of holding the hose down. And basically what happens is, as it fills up with water, it cleans it out. Obviously, it's a little dirty right now. We just barely got out here to start cleaning it. But what happens is the hose starts dripping in there. Once it gets to a certain level, it goes through the hole, goes out, dumps it out over there, so it's always fresh, clean water being cycled through all the time. I would like to have it so that it's filtered constantly and not have that, but they don't understand how to keep the water clean by themselves. So I also have these ducks. Now, I had for a while, I put their little pond, which is right there. I put it right here where they can get in there and swim around, but they also started not liking that, especially during wintertime. They didn't like it, so I basically just took it out, and they're a lot more happy without the water, which is kind of weird because we all know that ducks like to go swim in water. These ones actually don't. They'd actually like to walk around and play with the chickens. The male follows the big rooster around pretty much all day long and scavenges with him. That's pretty much it with them. But there's a big rooster. Now these guys right here are probably the best roosters that we have, because the eggs that they lay are huge. They're very, very big eggs. Compared to every other chicken, they're very big eggs. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to hatch all the big eggs that they've laid with this rooster, in hopes that we'll get a cross between the two. We got Rhode Island Reds, and we've got a mix of different ones. I mean, at this point, I kind of don't remember which one's which, but I know that we got the Reds are Rhode Island Reds, and then the black ones are just amazing egg producers. The eggs are just ridiculously big. Although sometimes I did see that the eggs come out with, look at that, see? The duck likes bothering the rooster. And oddly enough, the rooster doesn't do anything about it. He's like, okay, dealing with it, you know, and the duck just goes and bothers him and then just goes back. Most of the chickens here are friendly, even some of the roosters. Like this guy, he's really friendly. He likes to be pet and everything. But this guy right here, he's the big guy, and he just doesn't want to be bothered. The ducks seem to be laying their eggs in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see it, got blurred out, but there's an egg over there. We'll go get it right now. But they don't like to lay their eggs, and I put this old speaker box there so that the ducks can go in there and lay eggs at night, but they don't want to use it. They'd rather sit on top of it. Even when it was raining and cold, they just don't want to go inside. I don't know what else to do with them, because they don't obviously go inside the coop. They're not coop animals. So they just rather just deal with the weather and the cold and everything else. So I don't know what to do with that. Would like them to go inside, but that's how it works. So then let's go over here and I'll show you the duck egg. And this is a weird thing that happens. These ducks don't lay big eggs. All over the internet they say that the ducks lay big eggs with hard shells. Ours don't. They lay blue eggs and brown eggs. And they don't put them in anywhere special. They just drop them wherever, and then I don't know if they'll ever even lay it. But we do have a couple of duck eggs being hatched by our incubator inside the garage, which we'll probably show you another time. But then again, if you guys are just tuning in, if you missed it, I'll show you real quick what I got going on with these quails, because a couple of you guys may have not seen it. There's a little quail right there, and they like to lay their eggs right here. And what I did was, because the quails are unable to figure it out right now by themselves, this is a seeding mat. This is what you would use to grow seeds and start plants, because it heats the bottom up so the roots want to grow faster. It also works great when you want the warmth for the eggs, because the birds keep coming in and out. They sit on them and then they leave. They sit on them and they leave. Sit on them and then leave. So this way it's still warm for the eggs. They just come in and turn them around. But you know, everybody says that these things are the best to eat nutrition wise. I've read about it a lot. My daughter likes them a lot, but I don't know really if it's true or not, but that's what they say. But we got our duck eggs, and probably by now, because they're screaming in here, hey, you see an egg? You got any eggs in there for us? No? Guess not. She's not ready yet. She's probably gonna peck me. And then let's see if this side, because they were working on here. Oh, there's another one. What? We're just checking to see if you have any eggs yet. No? Okay. She said no. And like I was explaining, I got this really cool solar panel door thing. I love it the most, because I used to have to get up in the morning and come out here and open the door and close it, and now it just does it by itself. And you see, there's another one. Okay, so he's a rooster, and for some reason he likes to go inside and look after the eggs on the inside. He also, oddly enough, all the roosters sleep inside the coop, which is another thing I was told that doesn't actually happen. So, and we got the cool little quails, man. These guys are the funnest. It took me a while to get them used to a coop. It really did. because they don't want to be in the coop naturally, and then they lay their eggs everywhere. I used to have to come out here and pick up all the eggs everywhere. But I really don't have to do that anymore, because now they know where to go lay their eggs. They know where to eat. All their food and stuff is in the inside. And I'll show you guys one more time if you guys missed it, what the inside of this looks like. There you go. So we got another seating mat right there so they have warmth. There's their water and their food. And like I said, there they are. You see? They like to sit on the eggs and then go and then come back and go and then come back. That's what they do. And it's mating season, which is really funny because if you see this one, it's missing its feathers on the back of its head. Because they're mating right now, so the males just pull all the feathers out of their back of their heads when they're mating. It's really funny. Little weird animals. Okay. And got our peach tree coming up. It's really flowering up here. Doing pretty good. Also, we got our pond. We got our fish in there. We got yes, I don't know if you guys can see them. Yeah, you can. So the story of this is, I wanted a little pond in the backyard. So I got this this pond, this plastic piece to make a pond from Home Depot. It was not expensive at all. Dropped it in there. Got a pump to suck the water from the bottom into the top. I don't know, they make weird noises. And then, so, got a solar panel here to power all the little other things. But inside is a pool pump, pool filter. And I don't open this a lot, but as you can see, there's a pool filter there. It sucks the water in, it pushes the water back out into over here where there's a tube. Let me see if I can go around here. Now the cool thing about it is once I get it started, and it restarts the pump again. But pretty much the pump and everything runs completely by itself without me really turning on the pump off and on. And it runs off of solar, so it kind of charges its battery and then starts up again and just keeps going. But as you can see, let me see if I can zoom in. It's kind of cool, the fish right there. So that's another thing too, is when I built it, I wasn't sure about how long they were going to be sustainable in there, but I wanted to make it so that they were kind of self-contained. I didn't want to have to worry about feeding them. I didn't want to worry about any of that. I wanted it kind of naturally to kind of work. So I threw some algae pods from the store. Right when we set it up, I threw some algae pods in there and everything, and what happened was it grew the algae all around the inside at the bottom, and the fish literally just eat the algae. I don't feed them anything. They growing, they just doing their own thing. They eating the vegetation that grows on the sides, and I don't feed them anything. They just literally just live in there. And so there's a lake not that far away from here. And I took my kids to go over the lake and just go kind of look at their lake, and we found out that there was some water frogs there. We were lucky enough to catch a couple water frogs, and we brought them home and put them into here, and they have been happy ever since. They're still here. I'll share some pictures on the page page, but there is a couple frogs in here that love it in here, and they just are making the ecosystem perfect. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to make this connected to the coop so that I could have the water kind of flowing from there out back into the pond and then cycle back through again, so it's always cycling the water. Now, not for them to drink, but for the ducks to kind of swim in and kind of maybe grow some plants on the inside so that they have something to do. But that's a work in progress. I'm still trying to debate if I could do that, because I'm gonna have to use another pump. I don't want to do that. We're having a problem with gophers. Those gophers like to dig holes everywhere, and it's just driving me nuts, because now the pond it's got to be about 2 feet deep, maybe 2 or 3 feet deep, maybe at the deepest. But the gophers are the ones that are the problem. And then I'm going to turn up the water over there so we get the more water flowing for them to drink. Let's see. It's full. It's got its tank right there. So I'm going to turn this up. A little bit more. All right. There you go. So as it's dripping, it starts stirring up the stuff at the bottom and pushing it through the piping, which then comes over here. So that's like the drain right there. But I think that's about it out here, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a little update of what's going on over here. I think that's about it out here, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a little update of what's going on over here. No, but I can show you. Then I'll be ending this. All right. See you guys later. Oh. Well, thank you, Monica. I hope you learned something, because we are learning every day too. You know, there's always something new that happens that we didn't expect. You know, we originally came from the city. You know, there was no room to make no chicken coops or anything over there, so it's one of those things where we're learning as we go also. You know. Well, thank you for following. We also have a second part of our channel too, where my wife has a cooking show. It's the same name, except for Homestead at the end of it. So you can watch the cooking shows. It's in Spanish. She also talks in English. If you guys have any questions, she likes to answer questions. She likes the interactions with people. That's why she likes to do her lives. But stay tuned, and I'll be on here probably tomorrow morning, same time, probably, to give you guys an update on what we're going on over here. See what's new. So, all right, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys later.